Alright guys, so in this video, me and Mikey are actually going on a little road trip. Farmtruck actually invited us to go down to Oklahoma to kind of hang out and work on things with them. So we're going to be heading out there. We're filming this to kind of bring you guys along, but also my family, some of them can't make it. By some of them, all of them can't make it. So Krislin's actually covering work for me. Thank you, Krislin. And so we figured this could also be a way to show them because we're going to try to stop off some places too. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get going. Alright guys, so I'm running into an issue. Not a major issue, but an issue. So I've been driving for about an hour or so, and I've been using cruise control, and I've been going only the speed limit, and for some reason I'm on E. So either I'm having an issue with my sending unit or my gauge, but next stop I'm going to stop off and check and put some more gas in it, see if everything's fine. So I'll keep you posted. So I stopped off somewhere, turned off the car, turned it back on, and now it's saying we're kind of at a quarter tank. So I have no clue what's going on. But I put $50 in, so I'm pretty sure I'm good on gas. I just got a gauge or sending unit issue. So I'm just going to, I guess, just drive and hopefully not run out of gas. Alright guys, so we pulled off the highway again because on Mikey looked it up and said there should be a candy shop over here, so we're gonna check it out. It's 4:43 and they say, well, it's 4:46 actually, and they say they close at 5, so hopefully, oh, there it is, Candy Lane. Do you think they're open?
It says they're open.
Get some candy.
How are you? I think so. This is cool.
So we just left the candy shop, and we actually got quite a bit of things for $3. And yeah, that's you heard me right, $3. So I'll have Mikey put the address on the description below, and if you're ever in wherever this is, I'd recommend it. It's a pretty neat little shop. So I stopped off and got gas again. The gauge is acting kind of wonky again. So what we're going to do now is, because it's getting a little later, we're going to look for a Walmart, maybe find some burgers, because we have a camping grill. So we're going to get some burgers and maybe, you know, grill them somewhere, either find a park or go on a rest area. So that's our plan. So hopefully once we fuel up, we can find a Walmart. So we're actually in this little town. It's darker now, but we're going to try to drive around, see if we could see any cool buildings or, you know, anything. But we're actually halfway from Oklahoma right now in this town. So we're going to try to drive around a bit, see if we could find anything that's neat to look at, and then we're then going to go back on the road. So we drove a bit in that town. They did have some cool buildings. I don't know how well they came out because there's quite a bit of people like walking around and stuff. So it would have been difficult to get out and walk around, especially with Mikey with me. So we just tried to drive around and get some shots of some cool buildings for you guys. Like one of the buildings was a like an old movie theater, and it still, you know, looked like it was, you know, how it did back in the day. That was pretty neat. So now we're just heading back towards Oklahoma. I think our next state is Missouri.
Yep.
Yeah, our next state's Missouri. So we'll head there. Hopefully we can find a rest area once we're back on the highway and cook some burgers. Alright guys, so we found a rest area. It is late, but we are hungry. It is 10 o'clock, but we bought these burgers. I got some salt, pepper, and garlic. So I'm gonna make these 4 burgers real quick and we're gonna eat. And then we're gonna determine if we're just gonna stay here for the night or drive a little more. But I'm gonna cook up some burgers real quick. Alright guys, so I just cleaned up, finished the burgers. I set that on the cement to kind of cool it down a bit, but I figured you guys didn't want to watch me eat. But they came out pretty good. I should have added a little more seasoning, but it's all good. and it is pretty late, so we're just gonna probably sleep here. So we'll get back to it tomorrow. All right, guys. So it is 8:19. We just got up, and that was probably the worst night of sleep ever. I do not recommend sleeping in the front seat of a Challenger because there's a lot of tossing and turning. But at least we got some type of rest. And just to show you kind of what we did, we got 2 towels, put them up on the mirror, or up on the window to kind of block so people can't stare in. And I got the windshield visor thing up so it, you know, kept it a little darker in here. We ended up last night driving an extra 2 hours. We wanted to just, because we weren't really tired, so we wanted to drive an extra hour, but that other rest area that we went to was just a truck stop. So then we're like, well, gotta go another hour. So we drove another hour, and we made it to a different rest stop. So we're gonna move the car closer to the rest area so we could use the bathroom, make sure we're up and all that stuff, get a little stretching. But then we're gonna be back on the road. Alright guys, so we got a couple of maps here, and people in this welcome center actually told us how to get onto old Route 66. I'm just going to clean the windshield of my car and hook the GoPro back up so you guys can see what we see. We were told to go off exit 100 and go a couple miles this way, and we should find Route 66. And I guess the town that we're going to be going on is called Springfield, and they said that was the original spot that like came up with the Route 66 and all that stuff. So we're gonna go, I want to say it's this one, yeah. So we're gonna go and check out drive down Route 66 I guess I'll just keep going straight.
I think so. I'm not too sure. Branches off weird. Let's just go that way.
Alright guys, so we ended up losing service, but we are on Route 66, so we're just going to follow it. And I know we're on the border of to Oklahoma and Kansas and all that stuff, so we're just going to follow Route 66 and see what happens. And hopefully we can get service here shortly so we could get back on track. So we'll just see what happens. Alright guys, so I pulled off to the side of the road because I saw this truck hanging here. I actually had to turn around and look to get in because we were driving the speed limit, which is 65, so we kind of zoomed past it. So I quickly turned around to take a look at it.
Pretty old snowman up there. And a little pot-belly stove.
Alright guys, so we just hit this spot, and this is where Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma meets. And we were we actually came out, read this plaque, and come to find out, in 1857 they found this spot. In 1938 they built that spot to market, but then in 2004 they found the actual spot, which is this. So they were actually, without technology, they were off 50 feet. So this spot is the actual spot where they meet. So with that being said, you guys and I are going to be the fast people to travel the 3 states. So yeah, so there we go. We just were the fastest people to travel around Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma. So I think we just set a real world record, guys. And then I think a lot of people rode on these. I think I'm going to do a delashment road right here. There we go. We obviously did it in the Oklahoma side since we have friends in Oklahoma. Alright guys, so I tried to get my dad a coffee cup that said Kansas on it. I couldn't find one. So we're in Kansas, and as you see, we're at the Dollar General or Family Dollar and Dollar Tree. Yeah. So I bought this plain white cup. I got the Sharpie here. I am going to write Kansas on this cup so he knows that it came from Kansas. There you go. So I got my dad his Kansas City coffee cup. Dad, I hope you like it. So we're actually met up with Farmtruck. We're actually following him right now. He said that we'll be staying at the firehouse, which is pretty neat. So we're actually on our way there now, and we'll see how that goes. Alright guys, so this is actually the second day meeting up with Farmtruck. Last night we met up with him, and he told us we could stay at the firehouse. We did have the clip, but we're new with using GoPro, so the file is it says it's like a bad file or something like that, or a corrupted file. So we're still learning with that. So if you know anything about GoPros and know anything about the corrupted file stuff, please leave a comment, let us know. So what I'm going to do right now is kind of show you where we're staying, and you know, if you're ever in the Oklahoma area, come check this their store out. It's actually pretty cool. So I'll bring you in and show you where we're staying. So this is outside of the shop. It's actually pretty cool, the outside of it. There's a rocket ship, or like on an old gas pump, arrow, some other cool stuff on the porch I'll go to. Got a farm truck. One large flathead. Big chain. And then he handed us some keys, so I unlocked it so obviously we could get in. And this is the shop part, which has a lot of cool antiques up here and hanging on the wall. Then you got the list. Stuff's pretty cool. Some skateboards, a lot of their items for sale. Obviously this is the store part of it, but a lot of cool antique stuff. Like, one thing I really like is what these hats are sitting on. Just that piece of wood is pretty cool. Got Asian's favorite chair, and that is an old ride from, I want to say he said the 50s or maybe earlier, but it's a pretty cool piece right there. So this is the store part of it. So you're probably wondering, oh, where are you staying? Well, behind here is actually a bed. Mikey's on the bed, I'm on the cot. But even in here's a bunch of cool stuff, like a lot of pictures and stuff like that. So yeah, so this is where we stay. So yeah. Alright guys, so I just got done eating, and it was actually really good. I want to say thank you again to Farmtruck and Mrs. Farmtruck for buying us some food and letting us stay here. Again, this video was more for the trip part of it, and so my family could kind of feel like they were part of it. And stay tuned for the other videos, because I'm hoping you guys enjoy it, because this is new to us. This is our first time doing something like this. So next time you see us, we'll be doing some stuff with Farmtruck And Azn, and we'll see how this goes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope you enjoyed your cruise down Delashment Road.